Welcome back to Dyllin with Age of Wonders 4, where we continue the journey of Braidgear and the Anointed Orcs in episode 12. He has a decent number of units. What I'd like to do is I'd like to harass the defenders so that his defending units take 20 physical damage, just like we did at the last one. He has walls, but I don't care. Tower bombardment. That would increase our siege time. Not increase our siege time, but lower our siege time by increasing our fortification damage. And half of the defender's tower units would be destroyed at the start of combat. So he has some defensive towers, he has ballista. I'm totally fine spending some mana to do this. Let's see. It won't actually lower our timer, but it'll help destroy the ballistas so that our units get hurt less. Everybody else, just chill out, take a break, relax. You, sir, go above ground, and then I want to send you to the west. We got some more prospects to find. Mr. Naval Army, ooh, scary. You'll stay away from that army. I do not want to lose my scout. Always watch out for the red banners or the banners highlighted in red. We should be able to prospect this, right? Oh yeah. Looks like Gloom's up here somewhere. Based on this land right here. And then Mole's Grave. What do I want to build here? I would really like to build more production as soon as humanly possible. To boost that, I would have to get 2 farms. I'm not going to be able to boost that anytime soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to hard build the stonemason, I think. Although we could get more food. No, we're not getting a forester anytime soon to boost the farmstead. Let's just hard build the stonemason. I know I want more gold to get that hero, but gold is kind of hard to come by in this game. It's not hard to come by, but you need it for everything, I feel like. See, like I can't even get any gold to build an orc site now. So I have 180 production, I just don't have the gold income to actually satisfy that. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off Awakened Tools right here. If you go to Spells by clicking the blue star and then you go to Active, you can then turn off any active spell you have. So if you have any unit enchantments that you want to stop using, you can turn those off. That gives us more mana income, which is absolutely fantastic. We definitely want more mana, but we definitely need more spells as well. Blint has come back. We could integrate Bastion, but we're not going to do that. Well, we might actually. We do have 2 of 3 cities. Integrating Bastion would not be a bad choice. That would give us more of their income directly. And I did want to build over here because it's touching our city, which means that they would get a boost to everything. So let's go ahead and let's integrate them. Ah, they cost 250 Imperium, so I cannot quite yet afford it. I don't believe I want to get any kind of improvements to our... Oh, no, I would like to get a Whispering Stone. So we're going to spend 100 Imperium to get another Whispering Stone. Whispering Stones are very useful. We can use them to improve the allegiance of our regular vassals as well. Like Stonewood right here should be upset with us at the moment. They're not upset with us, but let's give them a Whispering Stone anyway. I want to improve their vassalage status with us so they give us even more income. Eventually, we're probably going to integrate them. We're going to have one big core cities right here. We're going to get the city cap increase, expanded governance. Yes, right there. First time is 200. Second time is 500 Imperium. We're going to have a city in the north, a city in the east, a city in the south, a city in the west. So it's kind of like Cyrodiil in Skyrim. Is it Cyrodiil? I think it is called Cyrodiil, right? Yeah. With the Imperial city right in the middle. There's nothing else I want to build. I can't actually build anything unless I'd like to spend some equipment. Yeah, I don't have any equipment that I'd like to sell, so I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next turn. Then we'll start the siege. I'll go ahead and I'll fight that siege battle just because there's significantly more units that I'll be defending. And that'll be the end of Blint. Not that I dislike Blint, and not that Breaker dislikes Blint, but he made the wrong choice of settling next to us. No, it's going to be 4 more turns. It takes a while to siege their own cities usually. We got that chaplain built. Let's take a look underground. We can add the chaplain to this army if we move this army to the east slightly. And then we're going to stop building units for a while. We really don't need even more troops. They can just stand here, wait and relax. Western Scout is going to keep moving to the west. Gloom is inspecting the area, but he's not competing with our prospect provinces because he is not industrious. Alright, let's grab even more. Oh, Industrious is so weak. People think that Industrious cultures are weak because their culture units tend to focus on being tanks. But that's not true at all. It's always good to have a tank that holds the front line. You can always get better units from tombs. So after we complete this next research, we're going to get another tomb unlocked. Getting Wrath of the Faithful would be a decent choice, but Staves of Mending will allow us to cast Staves of Mending to enchant our support units so they get reduced unit upkeep. And they get Mending Touch, which allows them to touch a friendly unit and heal them, which is very, very nice. Chaplains already have one ability to heal, and they get another ability to heal. That also applies to our other support units, such as our Steel Shapers. Do I want to build another building here, or do I want to build... Or do I want to recruit a unit? A hero, I mean. So I'm going to hold off on building in any of our cities for a little while, just so I can hire another hero. So let's recruit a hero. Oh, the prices have gone up, unfortunately. Although we could get a more basic hero right here. Hava the Astute. She's a casting adept. She gives us plus 20 combat casting points at the start of battle. It's a nice choice. Phasis the Spearhead is a Materium adept. He gives us, when he's governing a city, we gain plus 3 Materium affinity. I think that would be a very understandable choice. We do have quite a few pieces of equipment that he could actually use. But I do like heroes that stay in the back and just kind of buff the army and throw spells. If we take a look at these other heroes, they have Demolisher. They can summon a Devastator Sphere on target hex. That's really nice. That's like a bomb, I think. We have Distracting, Jinx, which can give adjacent friendly units and enemy units misfortune. Brutal, which inflicts double morale penalties. Chaos Adept. When governing a city, we get plus 3 Chaos Affinity. I'd kind of like some Chaos Affinity. Yeah, let's just save for one of these other heroes, such as Runa Ironheart. Getting Chaos Affinity would be nice. There's a lot of good stuff in Chaos. Even though we are good, that does not mean that we can't make use of Chaos. In consideration of that, let's get a bathhouse rolling that's going to improve our mana and our knowledge by getting us higher levels of city stability. So let's do that. Mulgrave is still working on the Stonemason. I don't think there's anything I want to spend Imperium on right now, is there? Oh, I could get Vassals grant plus 10 gold and tribute. I'd like to do that, actually. I want as much gold as I can get. Let's go ahead and let's attract population at Mulgrave. It's gonna get me 1 turn less on the population, so I can grab this Fortress of Woe. So the Fortress of Woe, when I annex it, it gives us plus 20 knowledge, plus 5 Imperium. It costs a little bit of city stability like any province improvement would. It also gives us some fortification health for every quarry we have, but I don't really care about that. And we get access to the Burrow Ogre and the Butcher Ogre during the Rally of Lieges. So let's grab that. Let's get a bunch more knowledge. We really need that. We need to get more research going. Alright, that's that turn over with. The siege, of course, continues against Goldwall. He should be recruiting some units. He's up to 9 at the moment. He's going to do everything he can to build more defenders, which is expected. When your city is under siege, it does lose half of all of its incomes, and you can counteract that by building a certain building. I don't recall exactly what the name is, but there are ways to counter that. We're going to explore even more in the west. Ugh. Oh, we found Dimtur, which is the throne city of Gloom. Alright, let's grab even more of this goodness. I've probably gotten like 1,000 gold in production plus hero items from prospecting, man. So Meshara is proposing a wizard's bond. This is an interesting choice. She is good. She is friendly with us. Hold on. So I can still accept this. Good. So she's proposing a wizard's bond with us. Having friends is a good thing in this game. You can't have allies that you can win the game with. Because she's good, I think that thematically accepting the wizard's bond just makes sense. So let's actually accept that. Now, wizard's bond does mean that she can call us to war. So it's not a big deal though. We're not near anybody that can actually reach us. Let's accept. It doesn't cost us anything at all. If it did cost us something, I would consider not accepting it. Alright, good deal. Take a look at her city. We can see it now. Pavilios. This is a high culture city. Hartfield has sent another war party. Hopefully Stoneroot will intercept them because they are our vassal. They should hopefully do something. But there is a bug in the game at the moment. Oh, we got an infestation sending in a raiding party as well. Ouch. We need to deal with Blint as soon as we can. We may even pull some forces away from the siege, but I really don't want to do that. So we may need to start building some more troops. I wanted to recruit another hero, but I think right now what we need is soldiers. Let's get another anvil guard. How much would it cost to hurry that production? 96, that's quite a bit. Let's grab another anvil guard. Anvil guards are like our bread and butter. They hold the line. And let's hope that we don't get too much of our stuff destroyed. If our provinces do get pillaged, we can just rebuild them with a little gold. Although they could start sieging our throne city, but we'd have plenty of time to get back. Alright, we're of course going to do more prospecting. Grab that goodness. Hey, we got ourselves an Arcfire Orb. What is this? It gives 6 lightning or shock, 6 fire damage, magic bolts. So it's a total of 12 damage. If I open our hero screen, having Magic Blast is useful, and it does have more damage than the Arcfire Orb. Although the Arcfire Orb can fire 3 times, which means it's 12 times 3, which is 36. So it does more raw damage if you stand in place. But we have a chance to blind the enemy using the Staff of Spirit, which is very useful. I think that we're going to keep Breaker with a Staff of Spirit, at least for now. We can give the Arcfire Orb to somebody else. While we're doing all this prospecting, the siege, of course, continues on. Like, just look at this. All these mountains, we're gaining gold in production. People that think that Industrialists are bad just haven't played Industrial. We have the Staves of Mending research. We're going to start casting that right now. I want that as soon as possible. That's going to take us one more turn after this. And now we can select a new tome. So I'm going to take a quick look and see what our options are. I do want to make a quick mention here. If you see all these tombs, we see that these are all tier 2 tombs. You might think that you can only select 2 of each tier. However, if you open Tome Library, you can select previous tiers as well, such as the Tomb of Rock. Just something to keep in mind, because it's not immediately obvious that you can select previous tiers. Alright, so I think I've made a decision here. I looked through all of the tier 1 tombs and the tier 2 tombs that we have remaining. And I think that the Tomb of the Beacon is the best choice in this instance because of Mighty Meek. So Mighty Meek applies Faithful to all of our tier 1 units, and right now we are spending 161 unit upkeep in gold. That would be a massive help. We are going to get the Chaos Imperium skill, which reduces our tier 1 unit upkeep by an extra 30% by getting a hero in a second here. We're going to get that once we unlock it. But we're going to get Mighty Meek. We'll be able to conjure Divine Beacons. This summons like a tower that heals 5 temporary hit points and gives out morale every turn to friendly units in a 2 hex radius. They're pretty nice for forming our defensive walls, of course. Covenant of the Faith is also very nice because you cast a spell on a vassal. All units recruited through that vassal give you Faithful. They have Faithful, so they're cheaper. And that vassal city grants us 10 Imperium per turn. We're making 60 right now. That is a huge amount of Imperium per turn. It does cost us some mana to upkeep that spell, but getting Imperium is very nice. We can also summon those Lightbringers that we saw earlier, which is maybe not the best choice because their chance to convert is a base 60%, and their damage isn't all of that. They can hit 3 times for 30 damage with spirit damage, but the main thing is that convert ability. If we lower the status resistance of a unit, that does increase the chance of successfully converting, but Lightbringers take up a slot in an army, so I wouldn't say that they're the best unit, obviously. And Blessed Reinforcements gives a target vassal free city 2 Blessed Souls, which is a nice little tier 3 unit. It can help a vassal if the vassal's under attack, but I think it's probably pretty rare that you'd need to ever cast Blessed Souls. So we're going to go with Tomb with the Bacon. That's going to give us +2 Order Affinity. That's also going to give us access to the Champion of the Faithful Hero skill. So Faithful units start with +20 morale at the start of battle, and it doesn't work on other heroes. So let's grab the Tomb of the Beacon. Yeah, let's listen to what the game has to say.
Faith, fervor, righteous glory. Such things may spread like a holy flame, bringing the light of truth even to the eyes of your enemies. A true beacon of faith shines so brightly that it binds the very wounds of the faithful and instills doubt in the unfaithful, turning them on to the true path, your path.
So in the older games, I'd rather they did have lore on the units, which would be nice if they add that again. Just something to suggest. This game kind of sounds like Alpha Centauri in the way that it handles the quotes. So let's go with Mighty Meek. Let's get that unit enchantment rolling as soon as we can. We are currently working on Staves of Mending, but after that we're going to start working on Mighty Meek. We received a trade proposal. Gloom wants to give us a Wizard's Bond. I don't know about that. Gloom is evil. Gloom's evil. We're good. I would say that in terms of role-playing, we would want to get along with him. There's also a decent chance that Gloom and Meshara are going to fight each other. So in consideration of that, I'm not going to accept Gloom's offer. In fact, because he is evil, Braegear is highly considering purging him from the world and freeing his people so that they may understand a better path, basically. Decline. I don't care what Gloom thinks. He's also a necromancer. We don't do necromancy. We got a message from Meshara. She's quite happy for us having a single race. That's not going to be true for very long. We are going to eventually integrate Stone Root. Oh, there's that stack coming to pillage our units. Coming to pillage our province improvements. So we have Infernal Invaders. So after bolstering your empire through order and discipline, you receive reports that demons are assembling near Mole Grave, striking fear into your citizens' hearts. The fiendish infestation, demons who either killed or escaped their masters, are led by a gruesome nightmare. Like diabolical moths, the infernal deviants are drawn to the gleaming light that hallows your empire, preying on the meek and weak-willed among your followers. Several pious citizens have reportedly been tempted, seduced, tricked, compromised, or simply slain by these godless guests. The Hellspawn cannot get away with their flagrant rampage. Won't you save your people and purge these devils, holy Earthshaper? If we do this quest, we get city stability, and we get a mystery bonus. We will, of course, do this quest. We could do other things, but let's do it. We don't have time at the moment. We're going to have time as soon as we take care of Blint. We're also getting attacked by this unit. So they have a Anvil Guard, a Warrior, which is a Barbarian Culture unit, and a Steel Shaper. We do not yet have the forces to engage these people. It's going to be some time before we do. So let's keep building our troops. But first we need some buildings. We always want to be building buildings if we can get away with it. I think in this case it's understandable to just focus on the lower level stuff. So let's get another Arbalist. And you, sir, if you would please produce another Arbalist. We need some defensive forces. Buildings, buildings, buildings. Before I build any buildings, I really think it's time for us to finally recruit our second hero. So let's do that. Let's get the Chaos Adept, Runa Ironheart. We're going to get +3 Chaos Affinity. So she has 4 Chaos Affinity, 1 Order Affinity, and 3 Materium. I'm really glad you enjoyed the video enough to reach the end. Since you made it here, why not leave a like, since it greatly helps the channel and the video to reach more people that enjoy this kind of content. And I'd like to hear any opinions you have about the video or the channel in the comments. If you'd like to see more, you can always subscribe, and Brager and I will see you in episode 13.